Today we're going to attempt to change the alternator on a 2012 Acadia Denali. So there's an easy way and a hard way. So the hard way, through the Haynes manual, they want you to remove this, a bracket, a motor mount, this, but we're going to try the easy way, just moving this out the way, and see if we can pull it from the top or the side that some people say, so stay tuned. Before we take off anything up there, first we're going to take off the tire and the inner wheel well. And that's missing already, but we got some torque screws and some plastic clips back there. But once we take all this off, we'll expose the pulleys and the belt, and that's where we got to take it off. But before we do all work, we're going to come back here, take the cover off, go to the battery, and then we're just going to take off the negative terminal. Once you get the wheel and the wheel well off, now you got exposure to the pulleys. We have the tensioner right here. It's a 1/2-inch socket wrench drive or a breaker bar. Get that loose, get the belt off, and then up here 15 millimeter to get the pulley off the alternator. And then people are saying you don't have to take it to the top, you might be able to fish it through here somehow. So we will see once we get the alternator all apart, and we'll go from there. I heard this is an 082, so we'll probably remove that. We'll see. Stay tuned. When you are trying to get the pulley off the alternator, make sure you got a low profile ratchet, because if you got a big boy, it won't fit between the subframe or frame and that. So just make sure you got a skinny one, or you could use the regular wrench, which I didn't have, but I had a low profile. So yeah, so after we get that all the way loosened, we'll go up to the top. Now we got the belt off and pulley loosened up down there. We're gonna do the 10 millimeters, take this off, loosen this, take the cover off, and then we'll have some access. So we'll be right back. Now we got some stuff out the way. Got the alternator down here. We got this bracket in the way. This hose might be in the way. We'll figure that out. And this power steering hose, I think that's on a bracket too. So we gotta take the two 15 millimeter bolts off the front of the alternator, and then the wire on the side is a 13 millimeter. So once we get that off, then we can work on the studs. So now we got the wires off, the bolts off, alternator's loose. You can see the studs right there. She's push it back to try to get the studs off. I learned if you squeeze on this radiator hose, it comes out the overflow, so I might clamp that. Try to get this power steering line out the way, but that started leaking, so I put that back. So we're gonna try to finagle. And these brackets are fucking tough that are on the 15 mils. So you gotta just fucking pull them out the way a little bit. But we're gonna try to get these studs out, and then we'll see where we go from there. Someone said just take one out. I think, I'm not sure which one. They said they could take one out and swivel it off, and then it's easier to get back on. I'm not sure if we can do that. I mean, I'll take one off and see. But yeah, everything's disconnected now, so it's free. Let me see if I can wiggle it. Yeah, alternator, it's free. It's just stuck on the studs now. So actually, let's see from the side how we got this. So from the side too, you could use a wrench to get this 15 mil off easier than going through the top through all that shit. But once we get it loose, we're gonna try to bring it through here, I guess. And it looks like there's some room, so we'll see. And oh, tip too, if you have ratcheting wrenches, the 13 and 15, use those, because going inch by inch sucks. So yeah, we'll be back. So we got the alternator all the way loose. This little guy helped me. I held it with one hand, used the other hand to get the studs out. So I got both studs out. So now we're gonna see if we can fish it through the top or through the side. Hopefully the side over there. So we'll see. We're so close. This is what they want you to take off, this bracket through the Hayes manual. It's kind of in the way, but we're gonna try to get it out. Like, this hose is kind of tough. Might be like a power steering or AC line, I'm not sure. Got a little bit of wires in the way, but this is the way we're gonna try to get it out and get the new one in. So stay tuned. If I can't get it and I cuss too much on the way there, I might end up fucking removing the box and getting this bracket and motor mount off the way. It doesn't look like I gotta take this hose off like they say. Probably get it here, but stay tuned. I mean, everything up to this point was not too bad. So yeah, we'll see. We got it through the side. Hell yeah. Whoops. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I think it was time to change. Probably got oil all in that bitch. There's a new one. Only difference, this is a 12mm bolt. And this was 13, so let's try to put it in. All right, we got it all on. So what I did is I put the alternator up here first, and I started this one down here. Got it sitting on it, went over, and I did the other one, got them both started, and then I came and started this. I just had to pull back a little bit, fill it blindly, got the bolt in, and I started that. So then I did most halfway, and then I came back and tightened both of these all the way. And now we're gonna put the brackets and the 15mm back on, the plug, the wire, and then all we got left is the belt. I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll stay tuned. All right, we got everything back in. We got a nice alternator in. Bolts all tight, brackets all tight. I didn't put the overflow on yet because I want the sunlight to come in to do this belt. So all we got left is this fucking belt, and we'll start her up. So, and then we'll put that shit back on first. But yeah, so yeah, going through the side is the easiest way. You gotta wiggle around the plastic, past the plastic, past that hose, but it got through. So working from the side is really good. All right, now we got the belt on. It sucked by myself. I had to have someone to hold it onto the alternator and flip it on the pulley, but we got that done. Now we put these 3 bolts back, a little Christmas tree clip cover on, and before we put the wheel well on, I guess I'm gonna start it and check it out. All right, let's see if it starts. Before I had a battery light, and it was like only charging around like 11 something, so. All right. Okay, it's over 13 now. Going up to 4. All right, so it worked. So that was that. So let's go put the wheel well and tire back on, and we'll be done. So hope you enjoyed. So that's it. Like I said, we're gonna put the wheel well back on. It was these little T15 bolts, a whole bunch of clips. Take that off. But it's the best. Like I said, get this out the way. You can work from the side. It's a little tight fit coming out because of plastic and the hoses, but it comes out the side for sure. You can work on getting some of the bolts off from the side as well, and then holding it up and starting the studs. Like I said, if you have ratcheting wrenches, it's the best because the pulley on this gets real tight against the frame. So 15 ratcheting wrench, the 12 or 13 for the power bolt and alternators, just regular, whatever. I used a 4-inch, a 1/4 inch for the stud, but I had a little mini one. If you have a ratcheting one, it'll be so much better. It'll probably go 2 times faster. So all in all, this took me about 2.5 hours. The belt sucked by myself. I had somebody help me. But overall, everything I did by myself in 2.5 hours and making this video. So I hope you enjoy it. See ya.